You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I chew, like a sneeze. Please, for them trick and squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them get in between of what we started. Look, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist, no crawling. Went straight to walking with foreigns in my garages or foreign menaging. Sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album. I did it with Mariah. Lil' I'm on fire, icy as a hockey ring, Philly flyer. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey to rest in peace. Hey to rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my then what you talking about? Gangsters move in silence, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word, was on my grind and now I got what I deserve. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. When I bought the Aston Martin, y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on these, I'm like Popeye on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type of can the men cast and grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new, she don't ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my hands on my toes. Cause these want me dead, and I gotta make it back home. Cause my mama need that bill money, my son needs some milk. These try to take my life, they around, get killed. You around, you around, get smoked. Cause these Philly I pull with me, don't around, no joke. No, all I know is murder. When it come to me, I got young that's rolling, I got throwing bees. I done did the DOS, I done did the KODs. Every time I'm in that I get to throwing 30 G's. But now I'm hanging out that drop head, I'm riding down no collar. They let me earn back home, that young be wildin'. We young, we mobbin', like Batman and with Robin. This two-door Maybach with my seat on reclining. I'm like real wood up, real wood up. If you ain't about that murder game, then shut up. If you dip me in your rats, I get your pussy stuck up. When you touch down in my hood, no, that tour life ain't good. Kept me down in MIA, and that heat game on wood. With that Puma life on my feet, like that little engine I could. Boy, I slide down in your block, bike on 12 o'clock. And they be throwing deuces on the same, they watch. And I'm the king of my city, cause I'm still calling them shots. And these lanes talking that bull, the same, that flop. I'm the same from First Street with them that braids that lock. The same that came up and I had to wait for my spot. And he dating on me, waiting on me. Still on that hood, my Rolls Royce on E, they gon' remember me.
They wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hold back, sometimes I won't, yeah. I feel good, sometimes I don't, no. I finesse down Western Road, next. Might go down to G.O.D., yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G, yeah, wait. I make sure that Northside E. And still bad things, it's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Bad things, it's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. Hey. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mama, I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Check it out. I'm Rob Moody. I'm in Studio 39, aka the Bear Cave. You know what it is, man. It's the monthly Tuesday night edition live film reviews. That's right. We're gonna watch your film absolutely free, give you real-time feedback. Right now, I got my guy, Coach E. Hopefully, Coach McCann, Coach Miller will be able to join us before the broadcast ends. But we got a couple of things. Make sure, first and foremost, you are subscribed to the channel. Help support the brand that supports you, all right? That way we can continue to do this thing, give you that national platform, get you that exposure that you guys, expect and deserve, all right? So there's that. Make sure you comment. You got to comment. Let me know you're watching. DM your film to me on Twitter. Make it easy so I can pull it up, all right? So without further ado, let me bring on my guy, my right-hand man, Coach E. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, Rob. How we doing?
Look, man, I'm amped. We're back live, man. We only do this thing once a month right now during the off season. So I am, I'm living the dream right now. I'm coming off a pretty exciting high, right? We had the game day camp series and media day go down this past weekend at beautiful Brook Point High School in Stafford, Virginia. So shout out to my guy, Coach Glove, and the entire crew. Rock, Coach Sellis, Coach Donnie Baggs came up from Texas, right? Who else we missing? Help me shout some folks out, man.
Man, first and foremost, shout out to Coach Hazelwood, head coach at Brook Point High School,
That's
for
it.
allowing us to hold the camp at his school on his field. Shout out to Coach Sellis, Rock Carmichael, Wally Rayner. Shout out to Giovanni Ruffin. Shout out to the O-line coaches from Freedom High School, Coach Chris, Coach. I apologize, I can't remember the other one's name off the top of my head. But
look, man, there was a lot of dudes, right? A lot of dudes dropping a lot of knowledge, blessing these kids, man. We had what? Class of 29, I think, man. Young man strapping up high schoolers and stuff. It's going viral right now on the Instagram. So make sure you check that out. Show them some love, man. But look, we got a packed show tonight. We only do this thing once a month, so let's make sure let's do some house cleaning or lay down some ground rules or whatever you want to call it, man. Let's do this. Make sure you comment. Tell me who you are, where you're from, what position you are, man. Let's have some fun, network with each other, and let's get this thing kicked off. So without further ado, man, we're going to get into our first film, Mr. Donovan Phillips. You ready, Coach E?
I am, and this is actually a young man I'm familiar with.
Well, fantastic, because you're taking point, and I'm going to give the info while we play the film. Let me hit the play button. That might help, right?
Mm-hmm. So this is Donovan Phillips. He's a running back from Massaponax High School.
Hold on. Let me pause you real quick. Is that on a delay right now, or am I tripping?
No, I'm good.
All right. Let me try one more time. That's my fault, fellas. We got technology. Let me see if it comes off as a delay. All right. Give me 2 seconds. Let me restart. Unplug. Go back in. We live, but we do. I just want to make sure we get clean video. All right. I think we sell it.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful.
Good.
There we go. Hopefully it looks good on your end. If it's lagging, that's my fault. I apologize. But Donovan Phillips, man, go ahead. Take point. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah. So Donovan Phillips, class of 24, running back from Massaponax High School. Shout out to Ms. Janice. She's in our spaces. Outstanding parent. Really helps kids out with the recruiting process. There she is right there. Outstanding. So this kid, Donovan Phillips, he played more of an up back role at Massaponax. He runs with good power. He's a good downhill runner. One of the things that I wanted to see from him was how well does he move in the open space, in the open field. Can he run routes? Can he catch passes? Because clearly he was really limited at Massaponax being in that role. And I do believe he does have interest from, I believe it was VMI, one of the military academies that has use for those up backs in that scheme.
Yep.
But he's just a good athlete. He's a good kid. He's going to work hard. And I think he had a pretty solid showing at camp this past weekend. So I'm excited to see what happens moving forward with him.
Yeah, so outside of the camp, right, what do you see from the film, right? If you're sending this out to a coach, is his film locked and loaded, for what he's got to work with? Is that where he wants it to be? Could he use some rearranging? You know, what could we give this young man to really take away other than obviously we like what we see, but you know, we want to take it to the next level and help him get to that you know, college football arena.
Yeah, so obviously, as I mentioned earlier, Miss Janice, she does a really good job of helping these kids out. I'd say the order of the film is spot on. I don't necessarily think anything needs rearranging. I think it's in a good order based off of what he has to work with.
Mm-hmm.
But once he gets his camp stuff, if he gets his camp stuff at any point, I think pointing out some of the things that I talked about earlier would really help him out. The route running portions, the catching out of the backfield, how well is he jump cutting, how well is he moving in the open field, and look, he even plays special teams and defense. So
Boy, you know I
you
love
know,
special teams.
yeah.
So
So he can play anywhere you need him.
yeah. So overall, it's as good as we're gonna get. He's a solid young man on and off the field. Definitely plays to the scheme, makes the best of his situation. So just keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully, you know, next year, you know, we're having a different conversation about this young man, right? You know, once fall ball starts back up, we'll see what happens. But that is Donovan Phillips, man. Let's get to the next because it's gonna be a tight one. Let's go. Next up, where is he at? Right here. So this is a pops. He sent his son's film in. I believe he's at a game right now, but he's still tapped into the live, so we appreciate that. I'm gonna start shouting those out in a moment, but let me get this queued up because it's a little bit different of a platform. It's on YouTube. So, all right, you check the film. I'll give you the rundown. All right.
Okay.
So let me pull him up. This is his pops. So Cameron Renfro, and hopefully I didn't butcher the name, but he's a freshman boy. We love some freshmen. Class of 26, varsity quarterback, dual sport. He's 5'11", 165, with a 3.6 GPA. He's got his coach's info on there. He's got the 40 time. He's got his NCAA ID. Like, he's already got the solid Twitter bio, so I'm with it on there. Let me bless this young man right there. That way I can keep an eye on him going forward. But what are we seeing from the film, man? This is varsity film, by the way. Freshman varsity film is what his pops is telling me.
Yeah, no, it's outstanding so far. I mean, he's getting the ball over the defenders. The ball placement has been excellent thus far. He's moving well in the pocket. He can absolutely get the ball downfield. Look at that. He has nice touch on the ball. The ball's got solid velocity. And remember, this is me looking at a freshman right now. So
That's it.
obviously I'm grading freshmen a little bit differently than I would a senior. But no, this kid is outstanding thus far. I would like to see a little bit more variety in the types of throws. Like, see a throw like that. I want to see that moved up a little further. I want to see throws outside of the numbers, maybe some throw on the run. See, like that needs to be moved up right there. That's a curl route outside the numbers. You have to move that up. He's got good mobility. And look at that. Look at the velocity on the ball. This is really good freshman film. This is what you want to see.
Yeah, his pops hyped him up a little bit. I said, all right, well, let's check it out. But this is freshman film. So my only advice would be to throw it into huddle, right? Make it a little more user friendly, right? For the coaches. Outside of that, man, you've got good film, especially being a freshman. It's pretty exciting. I'm curious, Pops, if you're still in the chat, man. Is he playing 7-on-7? What else has he got going on? I think you said he's at a basketball game. I could be mistaken, but what else has he got going on this offseason to get ready for fall ball come mid-August? Because he's down there in Houston, Texas. So I mean, they start playing football in like July, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Houston, Texas. Shout out to Coach J.P. Tillman. He's one of the best QB coaches in the business down there in Houston. He trains DJ Lagway, 5-star quarterback committed to Florida. So, maybe a guy you can try to reach out to if you can see if you could score that. J.P. Tillman is one of the best in the business.
I got you. Hey. my guy, Arnold, man. I appreciate you flooding the comments. He literally took that to heart. I see you. I promise we're going to get you. We're going to get you, man. So we got Marcus. We got Arnold. Let me see who else is on here. Mr. Dietz is on here from Jersey. Connor, we done check the film out. We're gonna check out a little bit here in a moment. We got Noah Clark. We got Ronnie. We got Gary, Tyler. Who else we got on here, man? We got a bunch of dudes. Donovan's in the building. Yeah, man. The chat's is kind of live right now, so we appreciate that. All right, so final remarks, man. Good, better, and different. What you got from my guy, Cameron Renfro?
Yeah, so understand with the quarterback position, especially with him being a young guy, college coaches are going to want to see him throw in person. That comes with the position. It doesn't matter how talented you are. If the coaches don't watch you in person, more than likely you're not going to score that big time offer. So make sure you get to those camp smart, continue working on your mechanics, going through progression, stuff like that. Anything you can do to set you apart. If you work on those things, I think you'll be in good shape.
I love it. Look, man, that's what we do here. My guy E is growing before your eyes. Take note. One of the best in the business and only getting better, man. I love it.
Appreciate it.
Anyway, shout out to Massaponics, man. Let's go. Fredericksburg in the building. All right, so here's the next film, man, so we can keep this thing rolling. Keep it rolling. We got Jay-Sean Duke Adams. Another freshman, boy. All the freshmen jumping on. Class of 26, 5'8", 168, wide receiver, linebacker, strong safety. Let's see. He's got the phone number. He's got some bench, squat, deadlift measurables. He's got his email. He's got the huddle link. Spot on. I'm with it. And his Twitter handle isn't, something hard to find. It's literally his name, 07. So I'm loving the Twitter bio. Spot on there. We got to get you a little more active, though, my man. You got 60 followers, and you're only following 177. So I would get very, very active and start following these coaches, man. Don't just follow the head coaches. Follow the grad assistants. Follow the coordinators, right? Follow anybody that's going to have a lower following. No disrespect to them. They're just going to be easier to be able to connect with initially.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, the quality of this film isn't the greatest. I understand that a lot of kids have to make do with what they have, but the first play was hard to see. The second play was a little difficult to see from the angle. We want that high angle like on this play right here
Right.
to get these plays. And if you could get like a monopod or a tripod or something steady to hold the camera, got to have that as well. But based on the film alone, there's definitely some rearranging that needs to happen. Some of those plays down the field need to be moved up a little bit. See, this is one of your better plays right here. Those short routes that you were running earlier, those aren't necessarily the best highlights to be putting in front of your film. So needs to be some rearranging and definitely some improvement. So far, nothing has necessarily jumped out at me. So, if you could work on your game, work on your break, your cut, make sure you're catching everything, looking the ball in, make sure you have those things in there. I always look for variety when it comes to receivers in the route tree, consistency, speed. Those are the types of things I look for. So if you could work on those things in the offseason, should help you out quite a bit.
Look, man, that's advice at its finest right there. All right, so that is Jay-Sean Duke Adams, freshman. Not sure where he's from. I don't see that on here. But nonetheless, he's getting some camp invites. He went to the UR Athlete, camp. So he definitely got better coming out of there. So shout out to those guys, man. I know they had a national camp series that's still ongoing, doing big things. My guy Brandon typically hits up most of the events, which is dope. I think Lockdown down in Carolina is like a director with them. So, shout out to them for doing their thing. Anyway, closing remarks, anything that you didn't say that you want to get off your chest from Mr. Jay-Sean before we pop to the next?
So I actually wasn't aware that he was a freshman. I must have missed that part. So he's got plenty of time to improve. With receivers outside of hands and being able to catch the ball, which is obviously job number one, the biggest thing I look for in receivers, how quickly can you sprint to 10 yards and sit down in your break and work back to the football? That is the number one thing that I look for in every receiver film that I rarely see. And having talked to a couple receiver coaches, they don't see it very often either. And those are the types of things that will get you noticed. Comebacks, curl routes, whip routes, digs, outs where you're speed cutting, things of that nature. That's what's going to get you noticed, not putting 15 goes on your film and 10 quick screens. That's not going to get it done.
Right. So let me do this. Let me just throw it out there. In the event that you have not already DM'd me your film, please do so. DM Spotlight39_POD on Twitter. Put it in my inbox so it's easy to find. We got a handful of you guys tapped in watching, but I don't have a whole lot of film in my inbox. So make sure you get that if you want us to evaluate the film. But let me do this, man. Let me throw this out there real quick. Let's do our a friendly right. We got to throw our quick ad in here for Dice War, official sponsor of the Spotlight 39 platform. It's my guy Chris Ferguson. Went to the University of Maine, balled out at QB, right? Played some time at Liberty and Towson. But now, he's outside of the game, right? And still being successful. He's got his own brand, so check it out. Appreciate the sponsorship.
Growing up, there was nothing better than gathering my family and playing board games. Dice rolling was always my favorite, but I had one problem. My attention span was low, but my competitiveness was high. I got so bored waiting for it to be my turn. Fast forward 15 years later, and I'm still rolling the same dice and having the same issue. And this is where our story begins.
Hi, I'm Pat.
I'm Pat.
And I'm Pat. Just kidding. I'm Chris. And we are the creators of Dice War. Dice War is a war style, dice rolling, action card playing, best roll wins, all out battle to the final point.
It's your classic 5 dice rolling game with large straight, full house, 4 of a kind, but now it's war style.
With Dice War, anything can happen. Within each game, the possibilities are endless.
In addition to going for the best roll, you must strategically play action cards to ruin your opponent's rolls. With cards like Steal a Dice, Keep It Pushing, and Respect the Ones, no dice roll is guaranteed to make it through a round.
Our action cards make dice rolling a whole new experience.
Trust us when we say you've never seen dice rolling like this.
I can't wait to get you this game.
Join us in running this successful Kickstarter campaign, and thank you for your support.
Happy rolling.
Happy rolling.
Happy rolling.
And we're back. That's my good friends over at Dice War, man. So shout out those guys for being the official sponsor of Spotlight 39. We appreciate that. You ready to get some more film in, man?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, let me hit the play button. Let me give you the rundown on this young man. So this is AJ. I don't want to butcher the last name. That's my fault. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with AJ, right? Class of 24. 348 GPA, 6'1", 190. Let's see what position we got. Linebacker. So he plays baseball and football. Looks like wrestles as well. Yeah, so multi-sport athlete. I'm with it, but linebacker from Illinois, junior. That's what.
Fellas, this is how you set up linebacker film right here.
Uh-oh.
First couple plays, look at him. He's getting picks. That's 3 interceptions from a linebacker in the first 4 plays. And the one play that wasn't an interception, he ran the running back, he pursued the back and made the tackle in the open field. That is how you start out linebacker film right there.
I'm with it. Maybe playing some ball in Illinois.
Oh yeah, we know. We know about Antoine and Keyshawn Hayden.
Got some ballers.
Yes, they do.
Damn.
He's also a really good blitzer. Look at him.
Right?
Look at the pursuit.
Let's go.
What's his measurables?
Based on his Twitter bio, he's 6'1", 190.
6'1", 190. Okay.
Let's see.
If you can get up to like 205 this offseason, I think you'll be in good shape. Look, he's got some running back stuff. Look, wait, he was the running back right there, right? I think. You won that last play back.
This next one right here.
I'm assuming since it was a touchdown, I'm assuming he was the running back, but If that's the case, look, linebacker coaches love linebackers that play running back too.
Tony Rojo's, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a prime example. Penn State student athlete of the week, by the way. Shout out to Tony for doing big things.
Look at
He
the
got some.
bend. Look at that. He bent around the edge.
Mm,
This is outstanding film.
let's see. He's got some game day invites, so hopefully, yeah, we got June, August, September. All right, so AJ, man, the one piece of advice: get noticeably more active on Twitter. Definitely get more active. Post more content, whether it's wrestling film, it's baseball film, it's workout film. If it showcases your talent, get it on Twitter. Get yourself out there. All right.
Yeah.
We
The
can watch
one
the
thing that I
last one.
want to see, the one thing I want to see from him is him absolutely light up a lead blocker, and then make the tackle. That would be the one thing. I don't need to see any more if I see that one thing.
Yeah. All right. Let me final thoughts and opinions on my guy AJ while we pull up the next.
Look, we talk about it all the time with linebackers. You have to be able to drop in coverage, whether it be hook to curl, flat, whether it be even matching up man-to-man against a running back. You have to be able to cover as a linebacker. And a lot of young linebackers do not have stuff like that on their film. Being able to run and pursue sideline to sideline, that's also something that I look for. So that was an outstanding example of how you want to set up linebacker film.
All right. Well, if we're gonna watch linebacker film, let's watch some linebacker film.
Dude right here. This is a dude right here, man.
So this is Mr. Caleb Bowers, right? And I can't lie to you, I didn't know the name. I wasn't familiar, right? But my guy
None of
made
us
the
were.
trip from Frisco, Texas, all right, to Stafford, Virginia, for the game day camp and media day. Would you say it was worth his time, E?
1000%.
Man, this young man came to Virginia and played ball. Class of 24, 6'4", 202 pounds. I mean, linebacker is where he's at, right? But he plays linebacker and tight end. He runs track and he wrestles. But we ain't finished. He does jujitsu and he's a weightlifter.
Hey, Caleb, if you have like a video, I don't know how good you are at jiu-jitsu, but if you have a video of you doing like a backflip kick or something, make that the first play on your huddle.
That would
I'm
be
being
dope.
dead serious.
That would
I'm
be
being
dope.
dead serious.
That's
Listen.
agile at its finest.
Listen, coaches want to see crazy stuff like that. It's gonna catch their attention. If you have like a crazy flying backflip kick or whatever, put it on your huddle. I saw an offensive tackle or a defensive tackle or something post on Twitter him doing gymnastic flips and cartwheels and stuff. It was incredible. I'm telling you, make that the first play on your huddle if you have it.
And I'm just curious, man. Hey, Caleb, if you're still in the chat, man, let me know. I was in Plano, Frisco, somewhere down there, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago now. And I went, well, I guess it was a little longer than that, December time frame. But I covered a high school playoff game at Grapevine Stadium, or Mustang Stadium, I think it was called. How close is that to you? Because that was like right there in Frisco. But anyway, man, that's Caleb Bowers. What you got for the film, man? Good, bad, or indifferent? Does it line up with how it should line up? What you got for him?
So looking at the film, one of the plays that jumped out to me was the special teams play that he made, where he was the first one down the field and made the tackle almost at the 15. It was like at the 16-yard line. Based off of what I saw at the camp, he can cover. He can run with any running back. He can match up man-to-man. If you need him to drop, he can drop. Excellent tackler. He can move. He's really smart. Anything that you want from your traditional Mike linebacker, he can do. It's all a matter of having the film to match with it. And looking at the film, he played more so the edge and outside as a pass rusher. That's not what you're going to be doing at the next level, buddy. Trust me. You are going to be playing inside linebacker based on what we saw at the camp. So get that on your film if you can.
All right. Look, we got a familiar face. Pops is saying start to film at 112 and get this thing popping. So this is Connor Dietz. I feel like I question my saying of the last name every time, but Connor Dietz from New Jersey, quarterback athlete. He's 6'1", 180 pounds, class of 24. So he's got one more season to come back. He's got an off season to get that much bigger, stronger, faster. He's from Brick, New Jersey with a 3.3 GPA. We didn't see the film, but we broadcast him, man. We featured him, man. We finding some dudes. And Connor, man, he can play some ball. You know, I'm excited to see what he does this offseason. Pop said he runs track. What else does Connor do during this offseason, Pops? Let me know. He got some camps. He's got some combine showcases. What's he got going on? And what you think of this film, E?
He's definitely dual threat. Definitely has some good agility, some good contact balance. In the open field, he has a nice stride. You know, I can tell he runs track just based off the way he's running. That's all good. I love track runners. I love the mobility, but I do want to see some more of the arm talent. Going through progressions, getting those tough throws outside the numbers, being able to stretch the field. But right now, what I'm seeing is an athlete. I think if a coach were to look at this film, he would be looking at him as an athlete.
Yep.
So if he's set on playing quarterback, I want to see some more of the fundamental things that the coaches will be looking for, which will be the progression, the arm strength, the throws outside the numbers, being able to drive the football over the middle of the field. I think, working those things with a trainer or, really developing during the off season, I think that'll help out a lot.
I'm with you on that, and I did get the last name right. I did. I got it.
Let's go.
All right. So Caleb, he's about 30 minutes from Mustang Stadium, man. So I was pretty much in your backyard.
All right. Play 7-on-7.
Yeah. Is that school 7-on-7 or is that like travel 7-on-7? All right. So that is Connor Dietz, man. Good. Any last final things that you didn't say already about him?
It depends on what direction he wants to go. And if he's set on playing quarterback, he's going to have to drill into the mechanics this offseason and really get to work. If he's training as an athlete and would be okay with maybe switching to running back or slot receiver, I would say, continue running track, get that 100-meter time, look for that 11.2 or less range, work on your jump cut and your agility. And just continue building, continue working on your game, every aspect, and just keep working.
All right. So look, we got a special team at its finest, right? We got a kicker, punter, film, right? This is gonna be a little different, but we got to show you some love, man. Special team, y'all need some love. Let's see what we can do. Let's peep the film. If I can hit the play button, there we go. Just takes a little while. He's got a slow intro.
Okay. Well, I liked what I saw on the first page, 4.4 GPA.
Yeah.
I like that.
just under 40-yard average on, 18 punts, I think it was. You got a 48-yard bomb. All right. Get it out of bounds, get it deep.
You could tell that returner was not expecting that.
No.
Yeah, look, he backed up on the next one.
I mean, for a punter's film, I would say that this is what you want to showcase, right? You want to show, obviously, that you got the leg, but that right there, that kick right there, I think should be first.
Yep.
I mean, you just placed it within the 5. What was that? Probably 2 or 3. It was kind of hard to tell, but within the 5-yard line, you just dropped it out of bounds. That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Hang time is solid, and I'll tell you what, based off of some of the games Rob and I went to this year, there's a lot of schools that would be thrilled to have this kid as their punter.
Yes, and by several, I mean we mean most, all. Uh, I did go to Patriot though. Patriot had a young lady. She was a senior kicker. I was pretty
Okay.
impressed. Like she was out there doing her thing. 39-yard punt. I mean, I don't really know a whole lot to say about a kicker's film other than you know if I'm looking at it, this is what I want to see. I want to see hang time. I want to see distance, but I want to be able to see you kick it away from the return man, right? Give your guys time to get down there with the hang time, and I would say that you've got a handful of that. Some of these kicks like that one right there, we got lucky with the bounce. That didn't bounce. He could have taken that to the house. But that's what we got, man. E, what you got? Final remarks.
Yeah, same thing with
Gary
me.
Gary Gitter, that's my fault. Hold on, let me give him his due. Gary Gitter Senior, 4.5-star punter by CSK. I'm not sure what that is. I'd be
Okay.
seeing that in Coles. I guess that's one of those kicker ratings. But 4.5-star there. He's number 45 in the country. I'm gonna assume that's probably pretty solid for a kicker, right? Um,
Mhm.
and he is where are we from? I don't see it. Jordan High School. Not sure where that's at. But what you got for me?
Well, I think it's Gray, not Gary, but
Oh, that's my fault.
it's
Look, man, I'm trying to triple task right now. I'm, look, man, I'm working on all kinds of phones right now.
okay. Yeah, no, it's all good. I just want to make sure we shout him out properly.
No, I'm with you. I
Um,
appreciate that.
yeah, no, but it's the same thing with me with specialists. That's not necessarily what I'm good at. But based off what I see, I think some of the hang time on some of the kicks could be a little bit better. I do like that kick inside the 5 though, that ball placement, and I think that should be the first play. Also had some good kicks earlier on in the film that were
Yep.
going 40 plus yards, had some decent hang time. And like I said, if I'm comparing this to the other punters that I've witnessed, this is A plus. This
Yeah.
is 100% A plus.
Look,
So
that's 5-star. That's 5-star
yeah,
kicker right there.
yeah.
And we
I've,
kind
I've,
of went on a
I've
road
done
tour,
this.
a road trip, so we didn't just stick in one little area. It wasn't just one little area of bad kicking. We seen some bad kicking, in several different states.
Yeah,
But nonetheless, let's go. We got Ronnie. We got Ronnie. I ain't messing with the last name. His name is Ronnie. 6'2", 250-pound right tackle, defensive tackle. He's a junior, dual sport athlete. He's got, his bench, his squat, deadlift, solid. We got a 4.0 GPA. I like it, right? Nokesville,
hmm.
Virginia, right down the road.
Wait, what school's he at?
He is KRHS. KR.
Guys, put the full names of your high school.
Yeah, what is KRHS? That's in Nokesville.
Uh,
Let's see.
I'm only I'm
Kettle
only
Run.
familiar with Kettle Run. Okay,
Kettle Run.
okay, yeah. So he's at a good school,
Yeah. So what are
but
we
no,
thinking about the film overall?
oh, it looks really good. Kid can move. Here's the thing. I'd much rather see a kid 6'2", 250 that can move than a kid 6'4", 320 that can't. So I'm 100% with it. I think, this is really good film thus far. He's moving people out of the way. He can pull. He can zone block. He can get to the next level. Um, and that's what a lot of O-line coaches want to see is that mobility, especially at offensive tackle. Because, a lot of kids that play offensive tackle in high school and even that play in college going to the NFL, a lot of them don't make the transition well because they can't move.
That's
You
it.
have to be able to, you have to be able to move, and this might be an
Hey.
unpopular opinion. What was it? Some good?
Nah, it's a solid block. Open up the hole.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this might be an unpopular opinion. Offensive tackles have to be the one of the best athletes on the field.
That's it.
I mean,
And look,
100%. I mean, I put it.
we got to see an O lineman take
Yeah.
control and win overall MVP of a camp where we had 4-star DB, we had 4-star edge rusher. I mean, we had some dudes, and
Yeah.
this young man was unranked, unrecognized from Lynchburg, Virginia, Liberty Christian High School, and did his thing. What was his name?
Mhm.
Tyler
Tyler Murray.
Murray. That guy That guy. All right. So go ahead and give Ronnie some last minute feedback, man. What you got for him? I got called
No,
up.
I,
I'm
I
sorry.
love the film. I love the film. I love the mobility. I love the ability to get to the next level. Hand placement looked decent. I didn't see any holds that were. I didn't see any turning, grabbing, and slamming to the ground. So his technique is solid. I would like to see a little bit more pass protection, especially where you don't have a tight end lined up next to you, just to see how well you do against some speed rushers or some guys that are good athletes. But if you want to pop out to a camp and show that kind of stuff, we're in Georgia in
Let's
March.
go.
So,
Let's go. All right, so check it out. ESPN Arnold, man. I look, I see you. I don't see your film. If you're under a different name on Twitter, let me know who you are so I know where to pull you from. But until then, we got some film to watch. Let me hit this play button and give you the rundown, man. So this is Keenan. Keenan Katz. I'm assuming Katz might be his last name. That's his Twitter handle. He goes to GCHS. He's 5'9", 180, running back, class of 24. He plays for the Coastline Star 7v7 squad. He's got his phone number on there for the world to see. So what we got, Keenan? What you seeing, E?
well, he's got good vision. I've seen him navigate pretty well. Trying to get a little bit more. Sometimes the film's been a little choppy thus far. But look at that. He's finding the holes. He's hitting it. He's getting downhill. He's able to bounce. He has a solid jump cut. He's moving well. The speed looks what I call functional.
Yep.
He's running away from guys, so definitely speed that coaches can work with. So the foundation's there 100%, and it looks like they run a lot of gap. They're pulling a lot of guards. He's running behind a lot of guys. But I think this is the type of guy that can, really do some things in his zone blocking scheme too. Like, look at the jump cut. Look at him change direction.
Yep.
And bounce to the outside. I think you could 100% put this kid in his own scheme, and he would do really well. I would like to see some other aspects of the game, though. Some catching out of the backfield, some pass protection if you have it. But as a runner, he's a really solid football player.
That's it. All right, so we're going to watch this last one, then I'll let you do some final remarks. Let's see. We still got some time, man. We still got some time. So if you have not DM'd your film, please do so. DM your film. Let your teammates know. Tell them to jump on the live show. We giving that real-time feedback, man. All right. What you got for me? Anything that you didn't say that you want to get off your chest?
No, I mean, the biggest thing I'll say is, he can change direction with the best of them. I mean, his vision is outstanding. I couldn't get a close look at the ball security because the camera angle was a little far away, but that's something that coaches could always go back and look at up close. Like I said, work on the other aspects of the game. Some of the route running out of the backfield, and some pass protection if you can get that on there as well. Show every aspect of the game so that you can be a 3-down back.
I'm with it. So with that being said, let's get to Noah Clark. He's another freshman. Will we find another one? Let's find out. Let's hit that play button. Let's watch some Noah Clark. He is a class of 26. He goes to, I don't know if that's C.E. Jordan High School or if that's Jordan High School. Nonetheless, he's O-line, D-line, 6'2", 275. 6'2", 275 freshman.
Okay. Varsity film?
Durham, North Carolina.
Looks like varsity film.
It looks like varsity film. That's it. Hey, Noah, is this varsity film? Let's see.
Damn, look at how quick he just got off the ball right there. He's up and the rest of his teammates haven't even moved yet.
Right.
And that's at 275 pounds?
275 pounds, 6'2", 275.
Sheesh.
Let's go. With the special teams in there.
With the special teams. Look at this. Look at that. He eats up blocks. He plays his gap. He's violent with his hands. And listen, hey, D tackles, interior D linemen, listen, it's not your job to get tackles, okay? That is the linebacker's job. If you get the tackle, great. Yo, perfectly fine. I'm not gonna complain if you get the tackles. I'm just saying, if you get the tackles, that's extra. He's doing everything. He is pushing the pocket. He's clogging up the run lanes. He's playing his fits incredibly well. He's violent with his hands. And look how quick he gets off the ball at 275 pounds. I mean, that's
All
just something
conference as a
that,
freshman.
yeah, I mean, that's just something that is incredibly difficult to teach, especially someone at a young age. Having that type of get off speed, that's just natural ability. That's not something that's taught
Mm. This good
at
O
that
line
age.
film,
Yeah.
and
No,
this
I
down there
haven't.
in Durham, North Carolina.
Yeah, they have some outstanding ball in Durham. And
Yeah, they
you're
do.
right there in the triangle. UNC, Duke, NC State. I
Yep,
mean, some of those coaches ought to be following you.
yep. And if they're
The
not,
big
you
man
should
persona.
definitely get on that. Get more active on Twitter, my man. You got 82 followers and only following 440. Definitely
Mm.
get more active, man. Just start reaching out, start following, get yourself out there, get your name out there. You can do this because your film is solid. You can play ball. Like you're a big dude balling out. Love it. What you got? Last
And look,
words, E.
listen, I love all three of those schools, and I love them. NC State would love a kid like this. I'm being dead serious. NC State, they run three down linemen at the line of scrimmage, and they need guys to be able to hold blocks, and they like to let their linebackers fill and safeties fill those gaps. I think a kid like this would be perfect at a school like NC State. So definitely be more active on Twitter. Reach out and follow those coaches. Um, the explosiveness is there, the size is there. With you being a freshman, you still have so much time to grow. Just continue building, continue to build, continue to get better, continue to improve. That's all I can really say.
I like it. So look, we're gonna go from Noah Clark to Tyler Clark, and I'm gonna assume Tyler's the bigger brother, class of '24. If I'm wrong, correct me, fellas. If I'm right, let me know in the chat. But let's hit that play button and see what Tyler Clark has, class of '24. I'll give you his rundown. They got to be brothers. Durham, North Carolina. Looks like the same team, right?
Yeah,
Class of '24, Jordan High School. O line, D line, 6'3", 280, 3.31 GPA, two-time All Conference.
damn, look at him get up the field. Hey, but I need you indicated pre-snap though, because I kind of missed the first three
Couple.
quarters of the play.
Yeah.
But I mean, he got up the field.
My guy Cameron said 919. We in here. Where's 919? I'm not hip. I know 757, 540, 410, 802.
703.
Yeah. Where's 919? Mr. 305. I know that one, right?
Yeah. Well, there's definitely has to be some better indicators on this film. I'm
Yeah, the
losing them.
indicators is definitely problematic for Tyler here. Because right now
Like, see,
you just slowed up the entire process.
yeah, coaches want to see the film, the plays start to finish. They
Yeah.
don't want to have to find out where you are halfway through, then run it back and then watch from the beginning. So, I know in the wash and in the trenches it can be hard because you can get lost in there, but do the best you can. Try to indicate as many plays as you can pre-snap.
All right, and for confirmation, man, the 919 is the Raleigh-Durham area. There's a lot of love right now for the Raleigh-Durham area. North Carolina, stand up. Petey Pablo. This one's for North Carolina. Let's go.
North Carolina's got some very good football.
Yeah, man. I'm actually I'm looking forward to at least one game. I mean, I think I'm going to a Providence Day game, but at least I'm going to get to the state of North Carolina this year. You know, if I luck out and get a Friday, Saturday game, maybe I grab two. We'll see. Just depends on scheduling and such. But I am getting out to Carolina for at least one game, so that's something to look forward to. Spotlight 39
Okay.
will have some North Carolina coverage.
Yeah.
And then, where's that? Providence stays in Charlotte. That's not the 919.
No, probably not.
No, that's a couple hours away. All right, we're gonna watch this last play, man. I'm gonna let you give them those closing remarks while we get to the next. We got about what 10 minutes so let's do this. We're gonna watch 2 to 3 more, and that's all we got left in the tank for the night. But we will be back one Tuesday night next month in March. That date has not been set, so make sure you stay active and stay hip on Twitter because that's when it will come out. We will blast it just like we did this. So you guys have another opportunity to take the advice, right? Rework the film if need be and get it out there. But more importantly, share it with your teammates. Let them know to tap in. Shoot us a follow. DM us, man. Like, we're here to help. We will do what we can. But by no means do we want you guys copy and pasting, asking us if you'd be a good fit for our college, because I'm not a college coach. Just had to get that off my chest because it hit my inbox earlier. Anyway, final remarks on Tyler Clark. Class of 24.
Yeah, fix up those indicators. Really good down blocker. I can see that he's mobile based off that first play. You don't end up that far upfield as an O lineman if you can't move. But I want to see the film formatted better. So make sure you have those indicators in there, and then just make sure that you continue to build on your game, build on your craft. I can't give you much because there was a lot that I missed in the first couple minutes.
Oh, they play against Coach Bullock
At Providence Day?
No. Cleveland and Clayton. They play Coach Bullock, Mr. Lockdown himself. I like it. All right. So look, next up, man, we run in the gauntlet. Like I said, we got 2, maybe 3 left in us. So this is Cameron Melvin, class of 26. Let me hit that play button. There you go, E. He is all right. His bio is a little all over the place. He's got like all the right stuff in the wrong place. The Cleveland football. All right. So that's in that Garner, North Carolina area. All right. They play Coach Bullock. I'm with it. All right. He is 6 foot 215 pounds, 3.0 GPA. He's an athlete. He's got his NCAA number. He's got his cell phone number. He's got his email. Man, just rearrange that. Make it cleaner and easier to read. And I would just spell out your school name and not the Twitter handle. I mean, it's cool to tag them, but I would just spell it out, make it a little easier. But that's what I got there.
Yeah. So first play was good. It showed he can drop out in coverage. He's a physical tackler. He's physical at the line. He's up there with the offensive linemen. He's getting off blocks. He's making tackles. One big thing I want to see within these first couple of plays is his ability to pursue and track down ball carriers, whether that be running sideline to sideline or getting out in space and running. Basically, I want to see speed, straight line speed. How quickly do you get from point A to point B? That's one of the biggest things I want to see from linebackers. But the foundation of the film is really solid, though. I think the plays so far in a pretty good order. I haven't seen anything that would require major changes. But like Rob said, make sure that Twitter account and bio information is looking neat and nice and easy to read.
Now, I'm curious, is this, let's see, he was class of 26, right? Yeah. So is this varsity film, JV film, or a mix of both? Because I'm sitting here looking at some of these kids, and I feel like they look a little small. I'm tripping, man.
Yeah, yeah, and it's also hard to see, when you have sunlight, that I automatically assume JV just because, varsity's supposed to be playing under the lights.
Yep.
So is this varsity film? I think, this might be.
I'll say I think there might be a mix. I'm not real sure. Yeah. Hey, Cameron, let me know. Let me know what's up, man. Is this varsity film? This fresh JV film? What we got? And look, he played both. He played both. Makes sense.
Okay.
ESPN Arnold, man. I promise we will play your film. I want to play your film. I want to see your film. But I don't see it in my inbox, man. I don't see ESPN Arnold in my inbox unless I'm tripping.
I think it's Lance Arnold. I think.
Lance. My man from Queen Anne's County, QB1, soon to be QB1, right?
Yeah.
All right, so hit my guy Cameron with some final remarks, and I'm gonna pull up Lance. Where's he at?
Yeah. Well, he's got some good stuff. He dropped into coverage, made some good tackles, got off blocks pretty decently. Um, Biggest thing I want to see is that sideline to sideline speed, that pursuit, how well you tackle in space. A lot of those tackles were, gang tackles or made at the line of scrimmage, surrounded by the big boys. I want to see how he does out in space when he's one on one, or when he's pursuing ball carriers. So, just a nugget of improvement, nugget of advice, take into the off season and start building on your game.
I'm with it. All right, look. I'm assuming he said no. This ain't him. All right, look. You got to send me your film because I don't know who ESPN Arnold is, man. I want to watch your film, but I can't. I don't know who you are. Let's see. Who haven't we got? Let me go back up in here. All right, so we got Dwight, 8th grade QB, and then we got. Oh. Now we got it. Took a little bit. Here we go. All right. We got something to work with here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is ESPN Arnold.
Okay.
Here's the film. Let me give you the rundown on who ESPN Arnold is. His name is Arnold. I don't want to mess up the last name. That's my fault. I was getting real excited to say your whole name, and then I realized I'll just butcher it. Class of 25, inside linebacker, athlete. He is 6 foot, 200 pounds, from Bladensburg, Maryland. DMV, stand up.
Yes,
What high school
sir.
you go to?
Man, he triggers though.
Trying to see
He
if I
sees an
can.
opening and goes.
What high school you go to, Arnold?
Move that play up. Move that last play up.
So we got some
Yeah,
play
he did.
arrangement.
Yeah, this is an athletic kid. He can move. He's triggering those gaps. He sees an opening. He's going. He ran down a ball carrier to the outside on the last play, or last couple plays now. He looks like he's covering a lot of ground.
Yep.
He's making good tackles. He's blitzing. I want to see the coverage. That's one of the biggest things I want to see from linebackers. Can I drop you out into coverage? But yeah, athlete, can move, can line him up anywhere. Can line him up probably hopefully covering the slot. We'll see how well his coverage is. Hopefully, but if this is a guy that you can move around everywhere at the second level, I don't see any reason why he couldn't play ball at the next level.
Bladensburg High School.
That's DMV, right?
Yeah, Bladensburg's what? PG County, isn't it?
I think so.
Is it PG? My God, I think it's PG.
I think it's PG.
All right. Last final remarks from my guy Arnold, Mr. AK, ESPN Arnold.
Yeah, athletic, can move. Want to see the coverage stuff. Want to see if I can drop you into zone. Want to see if you can cover a running back out of the backfield, maybe even a tight end. But no doubt he's athletic. He can cover ground. He can get from point A to point B. He can tackle. I just want to see him move more in the open space.
I'm with it. So look, we're going to play just a little bit of this. This is 8th grade film, but he's been tapped in, so I'm going to show him some love for showing us some love. This is Dwight Danberg. He is 5'10", 140, class of 27. Class of 27, all right? Let's see. 40, runs a 4.58. He plays baseball. You know, he's got some cool accolades. He's from Louisiana. So let's see. They built different down there in Louisiana, man. I don't know what they do down in the boot. It's Mardi Gras too, man. Isn't it Mardi Gras right now, Fat Tuesday or something?
Yeah, I think so. Landon's dad told me
Uh-huh.
it's
All
coming
right.
up. Or I don't know if that's his dad, but they have different last names. But
You said Landon? He's coming up where?
yeah. No. He's he told me that it was Mardi Gras was coming up.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Man, look, they ain't no high like that, if that's that's high school stadium. That's outrageous.
Mm. Yeah, they don't play in the South, man, with their football.
Nah, man. I was like when I went to Texas. That Mustang Stadium was, jeez.
Hey, and this kid's pretty good too. I will say.
That's that 8th grade quarterback. Look, we've got a decent sample size, right? You had Juju ball out in 8th grade. Then you had Trent Seaborn this year ball out in 8th grade. So there's some 8th graders that can play some ball, right? So,
Yeah.
we got to show them some love. We'll watch this last play, and I'll let you give them some closing remarks.
Yeah.
What you got for
But
me?
well, first of all, those two guys are outliers, right? I mean, you're not going to see another Trent Seaborn at that level. But yeah, no, good stuff from an 8th grader. I think the arm is pretty good for being a middle schooler, not having developed that upper body strength yet in the weight room. He can move pretty well. He looks like he sees the field very well, despite being 5'10". I think he's pretty solid for a middle schooler, but it's very hard to give accurate assessment on middle schoolers just because you
definitely.
guys are so young and have so much time to grow. So keep on working, man. Keep on pushing.
And look, more importantly, come back and see us next season, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get we're going to do this, and then we're going to close it out like we always do, all right? So,
Okay.
John Hanley High School. So this is Winchester, Virginia, defensive tackle, offensive tackle, another freshman, class of 26, 6'3", 270. 6'3", 270.
What year? Wait, what year is he?
Freshman, 26.
And he's 6'3", 270?
6'3", 270.
What are they feeding these kids?
Look, man, I'm telling you, that was my thought when I met Fletcher Westpaul. I mean, I had to freaking stand on a chair at the airport, so I was in the picture level with this kid, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm class of 24." I said, "Get the heck out of here!" Like there was no way. Like he twice my size, like grown man, sitting in the airport chilling, waiting to go to Georgia.
Yeah. So one of the first things that I'm seeing is some of the film quality could be a little bit better.
Yep.
Some of the camera angles weren't great. Is a little choppy. On some of those first couple plays, it was a little bit difficult to see where you're at. But he can move people in the run game, which I expect at 6'3", 270. I want to see a little bit more here. I want to see if you got some more stuff. Don't tell me it makes a tackle on special teams.
Let's go.
Oh, nah.
Let's go.
Light him up.
Oh man, I was looking for something big.
Damn.
Oh, you had me hyped.
I was looking for that kid to go flying.
No disrespect to the kid. I was just looking forward to it.
No. Yeah.
Man.
No, that was awesome though. I mean, imagine having a kid 6'3", 270 running at you on special teams.
And that was, minute 45 into his film.
Yeah.
And his film is pretty spot on. I mean, he's about 2.5 minutes long. What do you think about that? Give me your thoughts on that.
That's good. Yeah, I have no issues with short film.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, that's 2:30 is like mostly when most coaches cut off is at around 2 minutes, 2:30. And that's if you're impressing them with the first 30 seconds or so. So, like I said, in terms of the film, I think that the quality could have been better on some of those first plays. I mean, obviously that's outside of his control. But clean that up. Readjust some of the plays. That special teams play definitely should be moved up. Being 6'3", 270, running on special teams, And with offensive tackles, it's all about technique. It's all about mobility. So work on your kick step, work on your core. I can't emphasize that enough. I've been tweeting out a lot about it. Work on your core and work on your hands.
I love it. So look, before we close this thing out, for everybody that's stuck around, that's tapped in, we reviewed your film. If we did that, do one of two things: either screen record your session, post it on social media, and tag me and E, and we'll definitely continue to share. Or just take a screenshot if that's easier and tag us. But just get it out there that you were on the show, that you were featured. Because we found some dudes, man, and it's hard to decide which one we close it out with, right? But in spirit of Mardi Gras, right? And my guy just got his second blessing, right? Who we talking about, E? Who we talking about? Let's hit the play button. Who we talking about?
Landon Duckworth, number 1 QB, dual threat QB in the class of 26, in our humble opinion. You just talk about freak ability and natural ability. This is just insanity. He can throw across his body, off his back foot, 60 yards easily. He's about to rip off a 99-yard touchdown run right here. He's going to be running track. And if you find his basketball stuff, he's self-ooping and windmill dunking in game as a freshman.
I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
I had to pull up the TCU blessing. TCU National Championship game, TCU, Final Four CFP, TCU
Look at his play.
offer.
Look at his play. Look at that.
Congratulations, Landon.
This is a 14-year-old that just did that. 14, 6'3", 180, off his back foot, cross his body. Was it a smart decision? Maybe not, but I don't know any freshmen that are having that kind of arm strength down the field in that kind of situation. No. He can run, he can move. Rob's got the basketball stuff that may be a little difficult to see, but he's hanging off the rim, he's dunking, he's windmill dunking. He's stowing lobs off the backboard. I mean, this is a freshman. This is a class of 26, 14-year-old. Maybe now he's 15, but when this film came out, he was 14.
And I think he plays with, in between basketball and everything else he's got going on, he finds some time to play some 7-on-7 as well. And I think he plays with Gas Crew, if I'm not mistaken. The kid is special. The kid is special. Class of 26, just doing his thing. He got his first blessing from Arkansas. He just got another blessing today from TCU. Man, the sky is the limit. The future is incredibly bright. And that's what we do right here, man. We feature your film, right? We didn't know who Landon was before he jumped on a Tuesday show, man. He jumped on Tuesday. We featured a film. Man, we love what we seen. We went to work. And now look, the fruits of his labor is paying off. And that's what we do here at Spotlight 39. So look, check it out. This is it. This is a wrap for tonight. This was our February live film breakdown, film review show. Call it what you want. We will be back on a Tuesday night in March. Don't hold me to the date just yet. Make sure you follow that Twitter page. That's where it's going to be dropped, all right? So we're going to do this like we do every time, man. The 39 Hearts Nonprofit Foundation, I think it's even more important, not that it wasn't in the past, but look, it's been brought to the light on a national platform, with what happened to Damar Hamlin. So I think, it's only right that I bring it up, right? We're working on something real special down in Texas. Once I get the green light, man, I can't be more excited to share that news with the world because we're going to be changing lives, and it's super special to see. But that's what we do here, man. Every strong athlete needs a strong heart. That's why Spotlight 39 exists. That's why the 39 Heart Nonprofit Foundation exists. We want to continue to raise awareness so that way families don't have to go through what we went through. So without further ado, man, this was Spotlight 39. That's my guy, E. I'm Rob Odie.
Sir.
Until next time, we appreciate the love and support. Make sure you subscribe. Check us out next month. Let's go.